Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing a story time
on our switch from the Marine Corps to the Army. All of this is our personal opinion, not saying this is the same everywhere, so keep that in mind.
Yes, disclaimer. So as you can see, I'm wearing my Marine Corps shirt.
And I got the Army one.
Yeah, so we had to show out for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Got y'all. Alright, so story time. So back in April of 2019, we started our process to switch over from the Marine Corps to the Army. We were both corporals in the Marine Corps. And finish.
And that process took us about 3 to 4 months to complete. The way how we did it was we did it so when we got out, we'll go directly into another branch. So that took forever.
Inter-service transfer.
Yes, that's what it's called, an inter-service transfer. And basically all that does is just saying that you waive pretty much your inactive time for active duty Army time. So it's a bit weird, you know, but that's how it works. It took the longest because no one knew how to do it. Like, everybody was like, yeah, I never heard anybody do that. Like, I don't know the process for this. Like, I don't know where to tell you to go for that. And I'm just like, oh, great. So that was a hassle. We had to also type up like this letter. Yes, type up a letter stating why, because it has to be a reason why, I guess,
certain
for you
format.
to do something like that, and yeah, in a certain format, and yeah.
So we finally transitioned in August. We went to MEPS in August.
Yes.
And at MEPS, you had to do everything all over again. You know, like the duck walk and all that stuff, height and weight, blood test. Make sure you didn't do no drugs or smoke nothing before you went, because they gonna catch you.
Yes.
Make sure you're not like cutting yourself or just anything of that nature.
And
like,
a personality test.
Make sure you're not pregnant for females.
Yes, and a personality test. So
that personality test, let me tell y'all, good luck, because it was tricking me up for real. I'm like, what type of questions are these? You know, it was like none of those answers were answers that I would choose myself personally, but that's the only options that we had. So
yeah. So we finally went to MEPS and we got our jobs. It was a 2-day process. One day we was there to do some extra like paperwork stuff, and then the second day was to pretty much just ship us off to our AIT, which is called
it's dog
to AIT. AIT is Advanced Individual Training.
And yeah, we had to take a plane. That was my first flight.
Yeah, so we had to take a plane. There's an option where you could drive. People have driven to AIT before.
They told us that wasn't the best thing to do, so we didn't drive.
Yes, should have drove. If you do this process,
make sure you drive.
Drive,
because
you will walk everywhere.
And you will do what we had to do and rent a car, and that's a lot of money. We finally arrived at. We weren't at AIT yet, but when we arrived, we had to actually get off the plane and go inside of what was it called again?
USO.
Go inside of the USO and meet up with the actual people that were going to basic training. So we had to ride the bus with the people that went to basic training to get to AIT, basically. So when we arrived, the drill sergeants didn't really know that we were not going to basic training, that we were already prior service. So the person that was driving the bus driver, he pretty much told them like, yeah, I have.
You tell like, yeah, we have like four prior service people on the bus.
We didn't even know other ones were prior service.
Yeah.
So that was pretty exciting because we weren't alone.
Yes, and then as soon as we got off the bus, we met up with some drill sergeants inside.
They
reviewed our paperwork, and they basically sent us to like this barracks where we slept at. Not saying every MOS school is the same or AIT is the same for prior service, but keep in mind you might end up staying inside of a barracks full of privates
with no doors.
With no doors or anything like that. It was just for a temporary spot so we could complete reception.
And we couldn't, like, me and him were married, so we couldn't like
We couldn't sleep
sleep
together.
together.
None of
So
that.
I was on the top floor and he was on the floor below me, and we couldn't like visit each other's floors. It was none of that. Like, no, not at all. If we wanted to see each other, we had to pretty much go to the PX.
Yes.
And buy stuff and sit down and spend money.
Yeah. So reception takes like 2 weeks. It's basically doing medical again, and all your checkups pretty much to get your records up to date.
Uniforms,
of course, pay,
rank,
and your rank.
Just said that, record
yeah.
up to date.
And pretty much takes 2 weeks because you can't do everything in the same day. It's a day-by-day process. Also, at the same time, you got to keep in mind that they're also doing the privates at the same time that they just received.
So they're top priority.
Yes, and then you're not really like a big priority in order of doing things. But you'll eventually get through it. It took us 2 weeks to get through it.
2 weeks. And we weren't even sure that we were going to even pick up with our class in 2 weeks.
Because we got there so late. And
we were behind.
It was also, you won't know exactly how to wear the uniform at all because you don't go through like no class everybody keeps talking about.
If anybody tells you that, tell them they are lying to you.
That never happened.
I wish we knew then what we know now.
So we kind of had to learn the Army's proper wear the uniform on the fly and on our own. Just basically watching other people walk around and at the same time reading ARs and stuff like that to better understand the Army's uniform wearing appearance.
Yes. It's completely different, by the way. So pretty much after we got done with reception, we shipped off to AIT. So that was a long process as well.
Reception and AIT, they're at the same spot, same location. It just except that you go to your training company, which is on the same place as the same base, which is somewhere else on the base.
So you have to drive to it.
Yes.
Well, be driven to it. I'm sorry. So we did that. We were in the, 7-ton?
Yes, it was like a little. It's just I don't know what they call it in the Army. It's like a 7-ton, but a baby 7-ton. So we drove over there.
It was so hot.
It was really hot. And then, we also had like our carry-on, our luggage that we had with us because our recruiter told us to bring enough to sustain us, but not everything. So we only brought like clothes for like 7 days. And
so we had like 5 bags total.
It's like 5 bags total.
A lot.
3 of those bags was just gear the Army issued us. Pretty much all our uniforms and PT attire and everything else like that. So we finally pull up to the company, and then they're like putting on their like mean mug, like get up, and then we get out or whatever, and then they're like, wait, hold on, you guys are prior service. It's like yes, we are. They was like, oh, okay, cool. This is for them, not for y'all. We understand y'all already have that.
So they made us stand in the shade while they were standing in the sun. I felt so bad, y'all.
I mean, yeah, I understood the logic, but it was really nice to get shown that respect because also through reception that you don't really get shown that respect at all because
they treat you like crap.
You have
no
rank at all, so you look just like any other private in the building. So when we got to AIT, we got shown that little bit of like respect and like
it felt
pretty
good.
much get treated like an adult.
It felt good again.
At that point, it felt good. It was like, okay, cool, yeah, like this is what I'm used to. So our AIT was only like 7 weeks. 7 weeks,
but it was a little longer for us.
Okay, it was 7 weeks and a little bit longer because of a couple of holidays in between. But it was great. It was a good experience. During AIT, be expected to run PT test after PT test after PT test.
And run a lot. They don't care if it's rain or snow, sleet, hail. I don't even know what I'm saying.
If anything, if you're actually a Marine right now and you're thinking about doing it, you should be good.
You should be in good shape.
It wouldn't bother you.
It wasn't hard, but some days it was just like, dang, my body's so a little bit.
Yes, and also be prepared to realize that, in my opinion, sit-ups is harder than push-ups.
So practice.
I mean, sit-ups harder than crunches.
So practice your sit-ups before you decide to switch over. Practice them. We're telling you this. Practice them.
Yes, it's a bit more difficult the way they do them, and it's good to get that practice in now.
That muscle memory.
Yes. So when you go down there and you do it, it won't be as difficult for you to adjust to doing it.
And practice running your 2 miles.
Yes,
because you have to pace yourself differently.
Yes, it's a different pace, different whole feel. You run up fast, you come back, next thing you know, you like still got energy, and you're like, oh dang, I'm done.
Yep.
I could have really ran a lot faster.
Could have ran faster.
That's how I feel.
Yep. Pretty much stayed inside of insert barracks. So everybody else had to stay inside of the little squad bay that they had for everyone, but we got a chance to stay inside of the insert barracks.
So we wasn't around a bunch of privates
We
all
weren't
the time.
getting like bullied and all that stuff that they got.
Getting woken up to like PT. It was pretty much like
No
you
fire
stayed
watch.
No fire watch. It's pretty much like we were just staying at a military grade hotel.
Yeah.
Hence military grade, and go to school. Well, training, you know, and
So you
learn
have
that
to
new
be
job.
responsible and not wake up late. Make sure you're on time.
And pretty much make sure you're there where you're supposed to be at the right time.
Your daily military duties
Yes.
task.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. That's it. Like everything. Like they pretty much gave you enough responsibility to do what you need to do and get done what you need to get done.
Yeah.
That's it. So with chow, we pretty much had to eat at the chow hall or like eat out. But most of the time we didn't want to spend money on eating out.
Because we wasn't receiving our BAH,
No.
seeing that we both was in a training environment. And well, we was receiving like $20,
But what is that?
what is $20?
That's one meal eating out and that's it. you
Yeah,
know?
for two people, like it's not. It wasn't. That kind of made me upset.
This pretty much wraps up our video. If you want to know like more in-depth like details on things, we'll do that. But this one was just like a story time. It wasn't like a step-by-step instruction manual on how to do this, what to do there, and all this stuff. So if y'all want another video about that, just let us know and we will do an actual like in-depth video.
Yeah, that's what we will do next. Leave questions down below. We will both be glad to answer any questions because I understand that transition is completely different. And
No one understands it.
No one understands it.
No one gets it.
So until next time, you know.
Thank you guys for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.